The Christian commemoration of the beheading of St. John the Baptist carries deep spiritual meaning, far beyond its historical context. In esoteric thought, the head symbolizes intellect and ego. Its removal marks the surrender of the lower self and the transcendence of material form. John, as a divine messenger, embodies light and truth. His death represents the soul's liberation from the prison of the body and a passage into higher consciousness. It is a ritual of purification, a victory of spirit over flesh. His martyrdom, provoked by his fearless condemnation of Herod and Herodias, reflects the eternal struggle between divine wisdom and the forces of desire and corruption. In this light, John's sacrifice becomes a symbol of spiritual integrity and inner awakening. In esoteric readings, Herodiada represents the lower astral forces, desire, manipulation, and egoic pride. Her unlawful marriage to Irod Antipa was condemned by John not just for its legal impurity, but because it symbolized the soul's entanglement with false authority and sensual illusion. Her hatred for John reflects the ego's resistance to spiritual truth. She is the Lilith-like figure, who seeks to silence the prophetic voice that exposes inner corruption. Irod is often seen as the false king, the part of the psyche that rules without divine guidance. He embodies the usurper of the inner throne, a ruler driven by fear, vanity, and external validation. His inability to resist Herodiada's will and his indulgence in Salome's dance show how the soul can be seduced by illusion and lose its connection to higher truth. Salome's dance, orchestrated by Herodiada, is a ritual of inversion, a celebration of form over spirit. The request for John's head is not just vengeance, but a symbolic act of cutting off divine wisdom. In esoteric Christianity, John is the voice in the wilderness, the logos before the logos, preparing the soul for Christ consciousness. His decapitation marks the moment when truth is sacrificed on the altar of desire, a warning to all seekers about the cost of spiritual compromise. In Sufism, martyrdom is often seen as the ultimate act of surrender to divine will. The beheading of John the Baptist is interpreted not as a tragedy, but as a mystical union with the beloved, God. His fearless truth-telling and detachment from worldly power reflect the Sufi ideal of fana, the annihilation of the ego. Kabbalistically, the head represents Da'at, the hidden sephira of divine knowledge. The removal of the head can be seen as a rupture between the upper and lower worlds, a cosmic imbalance caused by human corruption and misuse of divine wisdom. John's death is a mystical echo of the Shavirat HaKelim, the breaking of the vessels, where divine light shatters the structures unfit to contain it. His beheading is thus a purification, a necessary sacrifice to restore spiritual order and prepare the way for the Messiah, who embodies Tiferet, the harmony between judgment and mercy. In Hermetic tradition, the beheading of John is a powerful alchemical metaphor. The head, seat of reason and identity, must be symbolically dissolved in the Nigredo phase, the dark night of the soul, before spiritual rebirth can occur. John's death marks the transition from the old eon to the new, from the prophet of the law to the embodiment of Logos in Christ. His martyrdom is not an end, but a transmutation, the sacrifice of the outer form to awaken the inner light. In this sense, John is the alchemical gatekeeper, initiating the seeker into the mysteries of death and resurrection.